Hello, hi everyone. My name is Dumebi Miriam Timmy for those of you who are just seeing me for the very first time. It's a long time since I made a video. The last video I made was in March when my children came into Canada. Now, this video I'm making is about Pastor Obanye, her daughter, Pastor Bamidale Dare, their goddaughter, which is also Pastor's daughter. Her name is Blessing. In 2021, I applied for, after my hearing as a refugee, I applied for my permanent residency. Patients have the mind to intercept my application and send in her daughter's home with my name, with my UCI number, 112350-1872. And it was given to her because Pastor Bamidale backed up using his position as a pastor to tell them that his goddaughter Blessing is me. Look at it. So, I'm not gonna edit the picture just now. Now, finally, immigration gave me back my identity. I applied, they gave me back my PR card. My kids came in as permanent residents as well. Now, there are now two people with the same name, the same birth dates, the same last name, bearing to maybe Miriam Timmy. So the only solution I had left was to change my name back to my maiden name since I was divorced. I used my divorce certificate to apply for a change of name to move it to my maiden name. Since she has decided now she's married to Mr. Timmy Charles, I didn't have to argue anymore. Let her keep the name. And I decided to use the divorce certificate to apply to go back to my maiden name, to differentiate it. Why did I do this? They keep on taking the permanent residency around, telling the whole world, including the police, that I stole, but I quote what the police told me, especially in Quebec, that my pastor, which is Pastor Bamidale Dare, told them that I stole their goddaughter's name. That is their goddaughter, that is baby Miriam Timmy. Just because the permanent residency card, she got it first before me. So automatically it becomes her name and I'm the one stealing her identity. But Patience and her daughter has refused to post the daughter's picture on internet, especially on Facebook, to let the world know, see her face, where she's bearing to maybe Miriam Timmy. Because everybody knows that that is not her name. Her name is Blessing. Patience keeps sending people to call me to maybe Miriam, to be calling me Blessing. Because she was just looking for a way to switch it. And it's only one lady whom I helped to move from the US to Canada. She and her husband and another, I knew them through another friend. I helped them to move to Canada when they were at the verge of deportation. She was the only one that kept calling me Blessing. So I had to cut her off. She's on the net. She's on in social media. She's an influencer. No, she doesn't really influence anything. She just dances on the social media, and she has lots of likes and followership, and they pay her for that, especially on TikTok. So she is the one that Pastor Obanye is always using. Now, finally, I had to write to immigration a couple of times for me to get back my permanent residency. Now I decided for me to get to my citizenship, I needed to change my name back to my maiden name. Because Patient had the effrontery to tell me that they have applied for citizenship using the same name that let them pay me off I should leave the country. And I told them, and I quote, I don't have document for sale. Since the immigration asks your daughter to leave the country, baggage your daughter to leave. And she's still gonna leave because I have not finished my battle. And I told her, I said, we're gonna finish. They started it, but I will finish it. All the police station I applied for things that I went through, they sat on it. They told them that I do maybe Marian now Iwezu stole their daughter's identity, and Pastor Bamidale said I stole their goddaughter's identity. How will immigration have thought that a pastor would stoop so low to say your goddaughter name belongs to another person's name belongs to your goddaughter? So immigration had no choice than to follow him. This is the bad name he's bringing to the pastoral hood. Look at them. Pastor Bamidale Dare and Pastor Sola Elizabeth Dare. The goddaughter, the godparents to Pastor Obanye's daughter. Listen. That is their goddaughter, and that is Pastor Bamidale Dare and his wife. Pastor Bamidale Dare and his wife, Sola Elizabeth Dare. They cause a lot of problem and have mind to put an animal microchip in my hand just because they want to see how they can completely steal my identity. Now I have changed my name to Iwezu, which is also the name I used to go to school. Remember, there was a time I made a video and posted it showing my university certificate, the HND. I did full clearance for the HND, which bears to maybe Marian Iwezu. For the OND, I did NIST, because when you do NIST, it goes side by side with your OND. Because I didn't do the total clearance for my OND, I don't know who they paid, but somebody tampered with my document and I put Marian Iwezu. I have never bet Marian as my first name. It has always been Dumebi. So why will a school put my name as Marian Iwezu instead of Dumebi Iwezu if they want to use only two names? Meanwhile, my Wayeka using going into school was Dumebi Marian Iwezu. So how come I ended up with Marian Iwezu? Because she wanted the document for her daughter. Now, as I'm posting this video, let the whole world tell Patience that the daughter should register and be on Facebook. And she should go ahead and follow the classmates in the Uniport, because the daughter has never been to Port Harcourt. You should follow, because all my classmates, or most of my classmates in Uniport, I am following them. They are some are following me. She should follow them. Let's know, because I am U98. She should follow her classmates. Let's see who they are. My classmates, they know me. Let's see how many of them attended Uniport that are her classmates. Now, my OND certificate, she told them to give it to her daughter so that the daughter can use it to pose as me. I have written to immigration about it, and I'm hoping they're doing something about it. Having said that, I will be showing you my certificate, the two of them as well. Now, but before then, okay, let me start with this one. This is Patience Obanye and her husband, Sylvester Obanye. Look at them. Patience and Sylvester Obanye. Now, Patience is from Kwale, but the husband is from Onichuku. Onichuku is very close to Iseluku. At some point, I've been to their village, the husband's village. It's a remote area. The husband was once a prince. The princeship in their place, it rotates. When the person dies, they vote to another family to take over. Now, Patience's father-in-law is dead, but Patience's husband is no longer a prince as long as the father-in-law, the father is dead. But Patience will not let anybody to hear in Canada. She will be announcing, my husband is a prince. My husband is a prince. I've told her he's an ex-prince. But there is something that the Obanye family in Onichuku, who their father is now late Obi, late Eze of Onichuku. One thing they do not know is Patience was into prostitution in Lebanon. That is where Obanye Sylvester picked her up to marry. Did he actually pick her up? No. Patience set up the patience. The lady Obanye was supposed to marry, Sylvester Obanye was supposed to marry. Patience wanted to murder the lady, but she will be the first suspect. Then what did she do? She set the lady up and she was put into jail. Then she took over Obanye to marry, because she knew that Obanye wanted to marry. And nobody will marry her. So what would she do? She wants to take the place of that lady, because her relationship with Obanye was going very great. She set the lady up, they put the lady in jail, then she took over the lady's relationship. Then opportunity came out for them to go to Canada as refugees. She took off with Obanye to Canada, and it was Obanye that actually had the opportunity. So she followed Obanye to Canada and married Obanye. Not her. She didn't have the opportunity. She was there doing her prostitution in Lebanon, just like her daughter is doing, using charm to seduce men in Canada. Yeah, her daughter, blessing. They had to put her picture up. Her daughter only came into Canada to go to school. She has never had any university degree. My OND now is what they're holding the certificate, trying to pose as if it's us, and I'm wondering whom they paid to hand over the OND to her. But I told her we're going to get to the end. You don't tamper with my document. You don't tamper with my name. I told her I wouldn't forgive her, and I wouldn't forgive her. They've been pressurizing I should move from Ontario back to British Columbia so that I can be covering for her daughter so that we can share name. And I told her it's never going to happen. As long as immigration asks her to leave, she should pack up her bag and leave. She has no visiting visa. She have mine to sign out money in my name, telling me that I was a common refugee. Then I was already a protected refugee, not a claimant. She told people to tell me, including my adjuster, that they didn't pay me my money because I was a refugee. But you have the guts and the mind to tell somebody who has not even a common visiting visa to sign out money in my name. I won't forgive that. And I'm preparing for them because we're going to finish it up. Please like and share my video. I will continue because I'm here to show you my change of name document and the certificate they falsify and the one I did by myself before I left Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you.